Hello, and welcome back to the channel. And welcome if you are new here. My name is Caitlin. Today, I just thought we would hang out. We went for a walk this morning. I will say it's a little bit later in the day, so I'm just gonna put on some minimal makeup because we're gonna be staying home. But I don't know, I like to have some makeup on and I want to get into the fall feels with my makeup too. But I just thought I'd show y'all what kind of is like my everyday makeup look and how it's pretty quick, easy, and how I kind of warm it up for fall. Also, if you hear anything in the background, my husband is putting the dishes away for me, so we super appreciate that. But if you hear some clinking, that's him. I brought my makeup supplies from the bathroom. What I usually start off with is just foundation. I go between two different foundations. Technically this is a tinted moisturizer, but this is the Honest brand. It's their CC Clean Corrective tinted moisturizer. It also has SPF in it with vitamin C. I like this a lot. This is in Alabaster. It's Fair Light. It's a very lightweight. It's kind of one of those, if I just need some color quick to my face, I'll use this. But my main foundation is the Merit foundation. My husband got this for me for Christmas, which is where like this bag came from. It's so stinking cute. But yeah, I like this because it's just so easy. Technically a lot of people only use it like underneath their eyes and a couple of spots. I do put it all over my face just because I'm that type of a person. You don't have to do that. So I'll just take my little foundation stick. This is also in the shade Linen, and this is their minimalistic perfecting complexion stick. But I'll just kind of run it underneath my eyes. That's where I focus like a good amount. And then I'll just do a couple lines going down my face like this. And then I'll just blend that all out. And I will use their brush that comes with, they have like different kits that you can get. So this is the brush that came with it. It works really well. I really like it a lot. But I'll just use this to blend everything in. I'm sure we all know how to do this, but it's just what I do. I also have like a nice little breakout happening down here, so I'll always bring your foundation down to your neck. So it all blends nicely, but I'm definitely focusing mine a little lower right now. And then whatever is left on the brush, I will go ahead and put it on my eyelids. I don't use like an eyelid primer for eyeshadow or anything like that. I just bring whatever's left and around just onto my eyelid because that's what has always worked best for me. Okay, now that my foundation is done, there's a lot of days I'll just kind of stop here. I'll like do my eyebrows, I'll put some mascara on and just like some liquid blush or like cream blush, anything like that. I do want to do a tiny bit more just because that is like my everyday, as I just do a little bit more. When I do just like blush and things like that, it's more if, you know, I'm running to the grocery store and I want a little bit more on my face, or if I'm like going and getting coffee with friends in the morning and going for a walk afterwards and I just need a little color to my face, I'll do that. But this, what I'm doing right now, is like my every single day. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's the Ultra Creamy Fair Neutral. I have used this for years and years, so I don't know, but I'll just put a little bit underneath my eyes, a tiny bit on my forehead and my chin, because I feel like that's where I get like some natural redness, and kind of whatever's left on here from my chin I'll put kind of around my nose too. I'll also, whatever's left from the bottom, I'll just kind of move up to the top too. I'll go in with my loose powder. This is the Airspun loose powder. I think you can get it at Walmart or Target, anywhere. Also, this is something that I've used for years and years and years. I don't know, I used to be, I mean, let me know if you did this, but I feel like back in like, you know, I don't know, 2013, 14, 15, it was like the Jaclyn Hill era, if you were like really into makeup and YouTube at the time, and we were just always like buying the next thing, and I was always changing up my makeup routine and my skincare routine until I turned like, I'm gonna say like 20. Then all of a sudden I was like, why do I keep switching things up? Because it's like, then I don't like it, then I go back to the thing that I did like. Why don't I just stick with what I like? And so that's kind of what I've done. And there's things that have evolved here and there. Like my foundation, I always used to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear because I have really oily skin, and that was something when I used to work and go to school, I could put on at 8 a.m. and it still looked great when I got home from school at 11 p.m. And so, you know, I used to wear that every single day, even when I worked in a salon, like every single day it was what I wore. But now that I'm a mom, I'm home a lot more. I'm wanting to use things that are a little bit nicer for my skin. That's where I like switched over to Merit because it just works so much better for my skin. But anyways, you know, things like the Tape Shape concealer, like I've used that for years. This powder, I've used this for years. So it's like, I'm just gonna stick with it if it works, you know? I'm not gonna switch it up unless I really want to try something, or like switch to something a little more non-toxic, different things like that. So after I do all my foundation, have everything set, I go in with this palette. This is a blush palette. I have also had this for many, many years. You will see that it is well loved and a little crusty. But I will use this on my cheeks. I will use this on my eyes. I don't know if it exists anymore. It says 9N. No idea if this exists anymore. But what I've been loving is I will take this shade, which is obviously very, very loved because it's almost gone. But it just is kind of like a shimmery brown shade. And this is what I will use for my blush. It's like brownish pinkish, I guess I should say. But I kind of focus more up like on the highs of my cheeks, and I also will take it up my forehead just because I feel like it just adds color back into my face, which I need because I'm already pale and we're getting into the paler seasons, and I need all the color that I can get. Also, I totally just remembered because I was yapping. I forgot that I always do bronzer before my blush, which really isn't that big of a deal. That's just the way that I do the steps, but I'm just gonna add a little right underneath my blush really quick. Again, this is just adding more color back to my face after putting on the foundation. I always do it on my jawline, right underneath my chin, and then bringing it down. And I just use this really old fluffy brush that's kind of crusty, but it does its job. And then I think this was Makeup Revolution's big old bronzer that they have. It's broken. I've had it for a really long time, but it's called the Mega Bronzer in 01 Cool. I prefer a cooler bronzer than a warm bronzer on my skin anyways, because for me, really warm bronzers can end up looking very orangey on me because my skin tone, I always say like my skin tone is pink. Like I'm very like pinkish in my skin tone, and so I kind of go towards a little cooler things, which might seem kind of different, but I just feel like with my skin tone, it works better than like warm on warm. But going back to that same blush palette, I have always, which is kind of funny, stayed away from this color. As you can see, like all of these are so like well loved, except this one. I always stayed away because it looked so dark and brown, and especially like for my cheeks, I was like, I don't ever want to put that like on my face. I did the other day, and it is so pretty. it's gonna be like the perfect fall blush. So if I want to go for like a more monochromatic look, I'll put that like on my cheeks and my eyes, but now I just use it on my eyes and it is so pretty. It's like that perfect brownish reddish color for fall. I'll also look up and bring it underneath my eyes. Oh, it's so pretty. Also, don't mind my eyebrows, I'll do that next. But I think it's just like the perfect fall shade. I love browns, especially like with my darker hair, my darker eyes. And then if it has any sort of like reddish pinkish tone in it too, like that is perfect for me. I love it. It makes me so happy. And I bring it up like pretty high onto my eyelid. I feel like it just looks so fallish. I love it. I love it. Then I have this little eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. I think my friend got this for me. It's really pretty. It's called Bite Size. It's the cream and sugar, so it's just these brown and creamy colors. But I go in with just this bottom like whitish cream and I just put it like right on the inner corner like that. And I feel like it just brightens the rest of the look up, just bringing it all together. I then use the Morphe brow pencil. This isn't my favorite one. This is the one that's like a little bit of a thicker pencil. I don't love that. I prefer like the micro one that's like a teeny tiny little thing, just because I feel like I can draw on a little bit better. But I mean, I don't hate this by any means. But what I'll do is I'll just line the bottom and I'll go all the way up into my arch and down. Then I'll brush all my hair down, or like brush all the little hair down. And then I will go over my arch because I don't really have much of one. And I'll really fill in the outside because both of my eyebrows, like you can see this one with nothing in it, they both kind of like dip down. So I always kind of connect this to here so that I can have like a fuller brow. So then I will fill in that part. And I'll put a little bit in this like front, but not a ton because I don't want it to be too dark. But then what I'll do is whatever product is on that like right that I put on the bottom, I kind of grab and drag that up with the spoolie. I just kind of brush it all like up and over. I kind of pull that out too. So there you go. It just kind of darkens them up a little bit so it kind of matches my hair a little bit more, and then it just fills in this part without going too overboard. So again, I'll brush it all up. I'll do a line going here right underneath and then angle it up into my arch and over and down. Then I brush everything down and do my arch up here. See, this is where like this part, when it's a little bit thicker, I feel like I just can't get it as well. I just feel like my Ulta is always out of like the precise one. So this last time when I went, they were out of it. So I just had to get this thicker one, which is totally fine, but I just have a harder time with it. Then I will use the Makeup Revolution. It's their soap brow. I know that like big old fluffy brows really aren't in, but again, with my eyebrows, the way they dip, I have to do something that like pushes my eyebrows up, because if not, all the brow pencil throughout the day kind of like wears away and the hairs kind of dip back down. So I have to do something that holds my brows up. I used to use like a brow gel, which I liked and worked for a while, but this like kind of glues them into place where I need them to be. So again, I'll also do the same thing with this brush as I do with this spoolie. I just go kind of up and over, just like that. So you can see how it goes up a little bit. I make sure like I trim my hair so that they're not like crazy fluffy or anything like that. But it just kind of holds everything in place in the shape that I prefer. Just like that. Pretty easy. And then last but not least, I will go in with mascara. My favorite mascara is the L'Oreal Paradise. I love that mascara. I love the brush on it. It works so well. I also love Merit's mascara. I like that one a lot. That one has like that tubing technology. So like when you're washing your face and you're like taking your mascara off, it like has these like little tubes coming off of your eyelashes. But I did try the Essence. This is the Essence Lash Princess. It's like the false lash effect mascara. I just wanted to try something cheaper because, I mean, the L'Oreal one isn't that expensive. It's like 10 bucks. And then the Merit one, of course, is like the Prestige. So I think it's like $20 to $30. So I've been trying to find like more budget-friendly things just for like quick everyday, because I feel like I go through mascara pretty quickly. So I tried this one because it was only like $4 or $5. I don't like it, but I bought it, so I have to use it. I don't like it because it clumps really easily, and it also transfers onto the top of my eyelids, because I feel like my eyelids kind of droop down a little bit. So my eyelashes, when there's mascara, of course, they kind of like hit it, and throughout the day it will transfer up there, which I hate, like having those like black lines. This is just me complaining. It's also a very like wet mascara, so putting it on is kind of crazy. Like I have to put it on and then be very careful with like how I blink till it dries, because it goes everywhere. I will say it is very dark, which I like because it makes, you know, my eyes pop. But yeah, I don't know, it's clumpy. It doesn't like separate my lashes very well. It kind of gives that like spider eye effect, which I don't love on myself personally. Okay, and that's the finished makeup look. It's very simple. I can do this in like 5-10 minutes if I'm really focused in. Of course, this took me a little longer because I was kind of explaining and talking as I went, but I just feel like it's so pretty. It's very fall and warm, but I'm not using a ton of products, which it kind of looks like I did, but I don't know. I just feel like I've mastered it. So this is my everyday makeup. Of course, it switches here and there with eyeshadows and different things like that, but I just think it's so pretty and fallish. So now I'm gonna go do my hair. I did get a haircut a couple weeks ago, which my hair is gonna look crazy right now. But we ended up doing like a ton of layers. So now when I like straighten it, it just kind of lays really cute. It looks kind of crazy right now. So let me fix my hair quick and then let's pick out a fall outfit. Okay, here is my hair done. The layers are so fun. I feel like it gives like 90s mom I don't know, like almost like the Rachel haircut in a way. I asked for like longer curtain bangs, just because I know I would not be able to keep up with curtain bangs at all, because you have to style those every single day, and I know that I wouldn't be able to do that. But yeah, I just love the layers. It looks so pretty. Anyways, now that my hair is done, I'm going to pick out an outfit for the day. I'm just thinking a warm, cozy sweater. This morning it was like low 60s. It felt so nice and crisp out, so I'm gonna lean into that cooler weather and definitely wear a sweater. So I'm going to go pick out a sweater. Since we're staying home, I'm probably gonna stay in my yoga pants right now, but I'll definitely put a sweater on so I look a little more put together. Okay, I got my sweater on. Like I said, like everything in my closet is about the same exact color, so I know it's like not even that different from what I was just wearing, just the fact that I'm in a sweater now and not a t-shirt. But I'm feeling cozy, and I think what I'm gonna do next is I have a wreath that actually my apartment put on this like wreath making event, and I went to it and I picked out all my stuff, but we had been out earlier and then my son was there with us and it was his dinner time, and there was enough people and not enough, like, you know, there was one hot glue gun, there was one pair of scissors. So anyways, I kind of like made it quick, and then said, oh, I need to go home and feed my son, which I feel bad for kind of running out on their event. But tonight I am going to put it all together, make a cute fall wreath for our front door. So let's go ahead and go do that. Okay, I got my hot chocolate. I have all the things that I need. They had a really good selection, and a lot of people ended up not showing up to their event that they had going on. And so, like I said earlier, this was an event that my apartment did, and they provided everything. So I was able to get all of these flowers to go in there, which I think all these colors are like perfect for fall. There's this little piece of burlap that I got, which is also really cute, but I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. And then also just, they had like little extra leaves, and then these two cute little pumpkins. So I can't lie, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of wing it, but I'm excited. Have a little crafty night with my hot chocolate, and then my husband is sitting off to the side, and so I'm gonna work in silence because the voice is on. So we're gonna watch that while I work, which of course you guys can't hear, but I'll put on some nice music for y'all too, and we can start crafting. Okay, I got all the flowers on. Look. Psst.
That looks really good.
Thanks. So I think it looks really cute. But I had these two little pumpkins that I got with all this stuff. And I think I want one to go right here. I feel like that fills it in really nicely. But I don't know where I want the second one to go. So let me look at it and see where I want the second one to go. And I also need to get another glue thing, which just is being very messy, but it's doing what I need it to do, so can't complain. Okay, I added a couple of bows on the bottom just because I had the burlap. I don't know if I love it, but they're easy to pull off if I want to. But there's a little pumpkin, so I think this turned out really cute. I'm excited to hang it up and see it. Part of me wants to like hang it up inside so I can look at it, but we'll see what I decide. But I'm so happy. I've been wanting a new fall wreath, so I'm really happy. It looks so cute. And it's so fun because I made it myself.
Oh, that looks so good.
You like the bows?
The little bows at the bottom look great too.
Okay, it is a different day now, but I did the same fall makeup. The hair is the same. We are at a thrift store right now, not for anything in particular, but just to look around. I've never been to this one, so we'll see. I don't know. We probably won't pick anything up, but it's always interesting to like see what they have, like, I don't know, furniture and different things like that. So let's go in. Like I predicted, there wasn't really much of anything there. Well, that's not true. There was a lot of really cute things there, but just nothing that fit me correctly. The color palettes were beautiful that I picked out, but yeah, nothing worked out. So back home now, we're gonna go eat some lunch. We're starving and we don't really have a lot of things. So I think it's gonna be like a smorgasbord lunch. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.